Well. Let's pause that before I get copyright. Hello guys, so welcome back to my channel. Apologies that I look completely rats right now and my eyebrows look horrendous. I've literally got back from the gym and me and Mitch are going to the cinema tonight to watch the new Star Wars, so I thought I'm going to quickly just shove some makeup on and just show you basically my go-to makeup look when I go to the cinema. Again, it's just going to be basic, a bit of foundation, a bit of bronzer, a bit of highlight. That is it. But I thought I would film a sit down video and just show you guys how I do my makeup. The lighting isn't the best, hence because it's really glum out. I have my light here and my Christmas tree here, so the lighting isn't going to be the best. I'm going to try and shuffle forward and see if that is going to help. But again, I'm not a makeup artist in any way. Makeup is not something I'm really good at. But again, I am still learning to try and do as much as I possibly can. But yes, I'm going to show you today my go-to makeup look, and I hope you guys really enjoy. If you are new, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button down below, and yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so I've kind of set this up a little bit more easier so you guys can see, but again, I've got all my foundation, all my stuff down here, which I might quickly show you in a second, but again, I'm just going to show you what I use for my face.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Hello. Keys of what? No.
Excuse me. Your hands are going to be cold.
One at a time.
Alright, go on. I love you.
Love you too.
Good chicken. Right. So, I always use the MAC Prep and Prime here, just also this like sets your face and just gets it ready for makeup. I picked this one at Bicester Village because it's got an SPF in it, and as you can see I struggle really bad with redness and a little bit of scarring on my face, but I feel like I would try a new one. I literally always do MAC, I never do Rimmel or Maybelline Fix Spray. It always needs to be MAC because this just helps with my skin, and again it doesn't irritate it. So I do a few squirts of that and then fan it in. Again, it's got sun lotion in it, so if you open your eyes too quickly it is going to sting, and hence I have got my eyelash extensions done today, so I need to try not to get those wet, even though it's too late now because I've sprayed that on them. But I think we're going to be fine. But yeah, so the foundations I'm going to be using, let's see what I have. So I tend to use 3 different foundations. Today it's probably going to be 2. So I always use my Fenty Beauty primer. So again, I just do 2 squirts on the back of my hand, always use my hand, and then just dot that around my face. And I always make sure that I also blend that in as well. Right now it looks like I've got chicken pox all over my face. But again, I've been to the gym, hence I didn't go to the gym with makeup on because I thought no, it's going to make my skin so much more worse. So I thought I'm going to go, even though I've not got much confidence with my skin. But again, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to sweat it all off anyway, so at the end of the day I really don't care. But yeah, and I'm obviously still tanned. You can tell on my body to my face. My tan is still there from holiday, and it's actually natural. I've not actually fake tan yet, hence because one, it's too cold and I'm not getting my legs or anything out. But yeah, make sure that's all rubbed in evenly, and I think it is. And then the first, I did have another, there she is. So I have a very dead looking foundation. I probably won't use that one today because I've had to literally take the lid off it, so we're not going to use that one because I'm actually going to be scraping for gold. Or we can put a little bit of this on. Right, so I'm just going to start with the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. This is literally amazing because it comes with their own smaller concealer as well, which I have this one here, and then I've also bought some more. So again, all I'm going to do is just dot that on my face as the lighter bit of foundation. Because again, I do wear quite a lot of foundation only because I'm so self-conscious in my skin. I try not to wear as much, but with me that can get quite difficult. So there we go. And then I take my Fenty sponge, which is a bit hammered now, make sure it's always wet, and then I just blend that in. So obviously that's my light base of foundation, so just to make sure that it doesn't look too orange. And I then take my Fenty Beauty foundation, which I've had probably since the summer now, and I have this in the colour 240, but I do need to try and grab another one in the Christmas sales, because I have a feeling, get my words out, that this is going to be empty by the new year. So I also take 2 pumps of this, but a lot of people I know use the Fenty foundation. Like, look how dark that is on my skin, but hence I did buy this when I was tanning in the summer, so that's why I will put a lighter foundation on top in a second, as soon as this is blended in. Probably on camera it's going to look so yellow, but we have a plan of making sure I do not look too orange when I go out, because I don't want to be looking like an Oompa Loompa. Going in with a lighter foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Fresh Wear. This is basically my favourite high street brand. It's amazing, the coverage, and it just makes your skin, especially when I suffer with a little bit of acne and scarring, it just makes your skin look so fresh, and it just makes it all come together. So again, I just put that in mainly the same places. I put a little bit under my eyes. There you go. But I'm going to be wearing a very high neck dress, so I'm literally going to rub this down my neck. I also need to see what makeup I'm doing tomorrow for Christmas Day, because me and my family eat out every year. So when we were younger we just went to the Marriott, went to the Celtic Manor a few times in Wales, but then the food was just too fancy for us out there and we wouldn't eat half of it. So then the past few years we've been going to the Toby Carvery out by our way, because you can go up and just help yourself to vegetables. You actually get decent sprouts instead of like the sprouts being covered in some sort of seasoning which none of us liked as a child. So we're going there tomorrow and we're eating at 12. And then me and Mitch are heading up to Birmingham because we're doing the Bear Grylls adventure on Thursday, so Boxing Day. And hopefully I can take my brother's GoPro and film, because we're doing a bit of shooting, high ropes, and then we're also doing the agility course, I think. But yeah, we thought we'd give it a try because it's been giving really good reviews. So I was like, yeah, why not? Oh, the muscles in my arm from the gym are absolutely killing me. Right, so I now take... I have no powder. It could be in my Gucci bag. Right, so I now take my... Is this Maybelline? Yeah, my Maybelline matte powder. Again, best high street powder ever. Literally just does the job. That looks really good on the skin as well. So I take this with my big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. I just brush that into my skin and also down my neck so we don't get the gravy line. So yeah, that is on. Fab. Just empty Revolution Conceal and Define concealer here, and I think I'm in the shade C3, so I tend to switch between these. I go from light to dark. Obviously for today we're going to do a light look. Again, it's very empty, but I just try and cover my eye as much as I can to try and hide. So we usually go crazy each year on presents like I did last year, but we've agreed to not go all the way out there, so we're just going to literally buy each other one gift. So I think I bought him like 4 different gifts last year and he bought me the same, but I said this year we're just going to do it completely different. Right, okay. I then take an old beauty sponge. I do have loose powder at home, but I've obviously left it there, so we're going to have to go with plan B of just using this powder, and we're just going to put that underneath my eyes to just set the concealer and just to just make my under eyes a lot more brighter. There we go. 1, 2. And I'll put a little bit on my chin because I get a little bit of an oily mess down here. Had a list then. So yeah, that would do. Right, I'm gonna do my eyebrows to the very end. I'm very hungry, so. Right, I'm now taking my Spectrum A404 brush, which I absolutely love. That one. And my Huda bronzer, which is almost very, very dry. But again, I've got like 2 in my makeup storage drawer at home. And then I just start by taking it across my forehead, making sure I look nice and bronzed. It just literally makes your skin and makeup look so much more better when you literally look tanned. So I might actually have to start my tanning soon. And then I go to the sides. First it's going to look really, really messy, but I do level it all out. I make sure it looks a bit more better at the end. And then along here as well. God, the faces we make during makeup is mad. Maddy mad mad. Okay. And then I'll just blend the top bit out onto my head, because right now it looks like I've been hit by a what's it, because my forehead is literally so orange. So make sure I blend that out. I feel like I'm really fierce with my freaking blending, but now going back with my Maybelline, I now try and make my bronzer a lot neater and just draw a line with my powder here to get rid of any bits of bronzer which have gone on the different parts of my face. The only issue with her is it gets in the way. There we go. Brilliant. I will then take my Real Techniques brush and just get rid of it from underneath my eyes. So I blend that out as much as possible, and then it just makes your eyes look so much more brighter and they pop so much more. So put a little bit on my chin, so let's rub that bit off. And of course, under the other eye, of course. So yeah, just gonna blend that out. But no, I usually do this with loose powder, but as I've not been home for a few days, I've literally just going through what's in my makeup bag. But again, as I said, I'm not a professional. I literally just rush my makeup because half the time I cannot be bothered to just sit here and do it decent. Then I'll just go over with the bronzer brush again, just in case. Then also leave this here, the powder just to set for a few minutes. So I go in with my MAC highlighter, blush. This is in the colour Pink Colt. Again, it's almost very, very dead, but again, all my makeup is coming to the end of its ways, so it's gonna have to be a new year, new makeup, I think. But I have spares in my makeup storage drawer at home, so I can always go and help myself. So I literally just blend that into my cheeks, which are gonna probably gonna look very, very rosy. There we go. And I then take my Real Techniques powder brush here, my blush brush, and just blend that in. Because I always have one blush and powder, because I literally just think blush just literally brings out the warmth of your cheeks, and bronzer just obviously makes your face looks a bit more cut, if that makes any sense. I don't know the words I'm trying to use, but again, just make sure I'm going to blend that in to the skin and go from there. But again, this is literally my rushed makeup look. Like, I cannot be bothered. I might actually do a video tomorrow of me actually getting ready for Christmas Day. But again, we're not going to be wearing anything too fancy this year because we're just going to a carvery. But I might just put on my heeled boots, which I got today. There we go. Brilliant. Right, so going back to bronzer, whilst I have the powder still here, I go in with my Urban Decay Beached Bronzer here. Packaging is stunning, and this is again one of my favourite bronzers. I take my big fluffy brush from, this is the Spectrum 801 brush here, and just dab it in there, and then I just take it again onto the top of my forehead, do the fish lips, go on her, always take it down my neck just to make it blend a little bit better, and then of course the other side as well, and then that should be bronzer done. So then go in again with my big fluffy powder brush, which needs a good clean, and I just take away the powder, and it just leaves a nice little line of bronzer. There we go. I don't have to worry about putting on lashes anymore, because with these talons it becomes a bit of a challenge every morning. So I have my eyelash extensions back now, but I've gone for more of a natural look this time. Hence I've got a lot of stuff coming up in the new year when I do not want to ruin my lashes. Again, taking, I think this is a Zoeva brush, I have no idea. And then just blending back in with my bronzer, because again, I don't want to be looking like a What's-It. So I just blend that in one last time. And just spread it again over my face. Go. Boom, done. A little bit of blending. Brilliant. Last and final step is I take my Hype Real MAC highlighting palette. A child in my class actually gifted me this, and I've used it to actual death, as you can probably tell. But again, this is literally the best palette ever. I tend to wet my brush because it makes the highlights stand out a little bit more. So I literally dab it in all three, and then just put it on the, like, look at that glow, like, oh my god. On my cupid's bow, and on my nose I put it, and then also on the other side I put it here, and I often take it up to my eyebrow here, and then I blend it all together. Make sure I didn't do the other side. There we go. Literally all my essential stuff in this bag. So I literally take this bag everywhere with me, because again, I get a very oily mess. I need to make sure I get all my makeup on me. And again, as it's Christmas Eve, I'm going back down my house tonight so I can wake up with my family tomorrow morning. So I need to make sure all my makeup is in here. If not, Bryony's gonna have a massive meltdown tomorrow morning. I'm so hungry. Literally, I'm saving myself the popcorn at the cinema, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. With the floor, that was not me farting. Right. So let's brush out my hair. It's gonna be a very naughty mess because I wore it down this morning, but we've got lovely windy and wet weather in Bristol once again. So I've had to do it. And then I also had my fringe cut today, and the ladies in there could not believe that my hair is natural, and I was like, I've never touched it, never coloured it, like this is natural. And they just looked at me like as if I was talking a different language. I was like, nope, never touched it. They're like, oh, would you ever want to like bleach the bleach the ends out? And I was like, not really, no. And then that is how I do my makeup, which is nice and simple. But again, as I said at the beginning, not a professional. Again, I just do this so rushed. It's probably horrendous. I will blend it out more on my neck, but again, right now I need to go and watch the rest of Star Wars. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. This video is actually going to be posted after Christmas, so I hope that all of you had a lovely Christmas and got everything you asked for, as well as spending it with family and friends. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to hit that red subscribe button down below and hit that like button, and I will see you very soon for my next video. Bye guys.